Everyone was charmed by Jacksepticeye's playthrough of The Escapists so much that other YouTubers jumped on the bandwagon, generally at the same time, leading to an explosion of popularity of the game. That meant that The Escapists 2 was a surefire way of milking the franchise for everything it had, and that's exactly what happened. Hello everyone, Ryeniken here, and welcome to today's 8-hour review of The Escapists 2, the game that tried to capture the charm of The Escapists 1, but does it live up to its predecessor? So you play as a customized or generic character of your choice in a prison, where you have to follow timed rules such as attending roll calls, meals, workout sessions, and, employment opportunities, eventually dying of old age. Or you could escape. That is the whole purpose of the game, so get out your plastic spoon and start digging, cause one day, you might just find yourself with a big ol' slice of freedom pie, until you realize that you'd have to use like 25 spoons to actually dig the hole that you were meant to dig, and that would be over a multiple day time period. So, long story short, you need to get smart. You need to craft a real shovel and start digging. And then, of course, realize that you just dug out in the open and snipers are trained on you. Fun! This entire game is all about planning, finding the spot to escape, implementing ways to cover up your actions, and then, and only then, taking action and escaping. The question is, how well does everything come together? Is it fun on paper and in practice? Well, yes, but also no. But don't get me wrong. The game mechanics are smooth, polished, glitchless, one could say. They're as tight as a prison, but there are flaws in every prison, as there are with basic controls as well. Left click is a punch, and you don't know how many times I wanted to interact with someone, accept a quest only to bop them in the face and wind up in the hospital bed, just after I was able to craft what I needed. Prison layouts also take quite a bit of time to understand. Most of the time, realism is thrown out the door for a bit of inefficiency's sake. For example, right here, there's a meeting room commonly used for like Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, right in between the gym and the shower. Also, there's no alcohol, or drugs, or any prohibited materials in jails except for, crowbars, files, and hammers. Ooh, the security on these prisons are a little bass-ackwards, if you know what I mean. If you want to feel like you're in prison, this game isn't really going to cut it. However, if you want to feel the monotony of prison life, this hits the nail on the head, with the hammer that apparently everyone owns. Besides these few forgivable flaws, there are lots of pluses to this game. The music is pretty good. It's themed depending on which prison you're in, and the sound effects are simple, yet add to the realism of the situations. And the overall tone really does make you feel trapped. You need particular items to escape, and you can only find 50 other items you don't need for other things that don't matter. To be honest, this is the overall major difference between Escapists 1 and 2. In Escapists 1, you were in prison. You knew what to do to get out, and it's just a matter of crawling your way out. Escapists 2 complicates things by adding some additional modes, which normally wouldn't be a bad thing, but when you add something so unfun as Cowboy Beat-em-up Train Jail, which sounds spectacular, and then you realize all you need to do is find the markers in the chest to make a fake carrot and ride the horse to safety. It takes a bit of the planning out of the game, which was the best part of Escapists 1. Don't get me wrong, this game, I'm sure it is great for whoever the game was made for, but I found the game tough to play for the entire 8 hours. It was an unfun slog after hour 2. No, seriously. I'm being generous with my 55 here. It was hard to play for that long. The tutorial, it was great. The first prison, ideal. The theme levels, tacky. The further levels, who really cares? I feel like if the game was tuned in a way that you actually had to use multitudes of things in order to escape instead of just digging a hole to escape, it would have been way better. But alas, no joke, it wasn't an enjoyable experience. So while I am giving this game a score of 227 out of 300, which is relatively high considering what I would play and what I wouldn't, I'll probably never go near this game again. It is a polished, clean game that puts you in the environment you ask for, but the whole premise is just too slow, repetitive, and unfun for me personally. You might absolutely love the game though, but judging by the amount of active players, odds aren't looking in your favor. That's about all I can say about this game. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Stay tried, true, and drunken, my friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!